Hashtag next draft indeed. If you're watching on YouTube, welcome. If you were disappointed by the last draft, me too. We'll figure it out. Ready. Let's see. Obosh would be cool. Geruga would be cool. Like, most of the companions would be pretty dope, actually. Let's not pick a stupid card first. What was that? Oh, Kurt, thanks for the bits. I appreciate it. Yeah, I will take your energy. Oh, I love that little corgi. That's so cute. Okay. Here we go. Oh, okay. So here, we have a pretty good choice for our first pick. It's Mecha Godzilla the Weapon. It's just a 3/3 that you can play in any deck. It gets a lot of keywords eventually. Yeah, I like that card a lot. Swallowhole is fine removable. Dora, I haven't played. Or Sprite Dragon, I haven't played, but I've gotten beaten by it several times. Essence Symbiote is a nice 2-drop for the Mutate deck. Weaponize the Monsters is always super scary to play against because, you know, if your opponent has it, they're going to kill you with it. Let's see. Startling Development Cycles for 1. Glimmerbell is another good 2-mana non-human creature for the Mutate decks. I haven't played this card yet, but I think it might not be god-awful. That's my criteria here. So we're going to take the Crystalline Giant pretty easily here. So we have a couple of options. We have Zerda the Dawnwaker, which is a 3/3. Each creature in your starting deck has to have each permanent card in your starting deck has to have an activated ability. Unfortunately, Crystalline Giant just automatically does not meet that criteria. Savai Thundermane is good in the cycling deck. The cycling deck is becoming way drafted, though, which concerns me a little bit, which brings me to my pick, which is this Dreamtail Heron. Dreamtail Heron giving things flying, excellent. Being a mutate creature, I love it. There's also a Drana Stinger and a Gopher Blood in here for the cycling deck, unfortunately, that we're not taking. Jubilant Skybonder seems pretty dope. I don't want to take it this early. There's also Essence Scatter, which I'm pretty happy if we wheel, but if we don't, I'll live. So I'm just gonna take the Dreamtail Heron. Here, Blitz of the Thunder Raptor, in my experience, is only really good in the very, very cycling heavy deck. Migration Path is fine. Blade Banish only works for people who are not me. Fire Prophecy is very good. Frostlinks is also pretty dope, and I think I'm going to take it here. Durable Coilbug is one of my favorite cards in the format. I'm moving away from red a lot, mostly because red is like pretty heavily drafted. Spell-Eater Wolverine is good in the same deck that Blitz of the Thunder Raptor is. That is the cycling deck that's playing a lot of like startling developments or whatever. I'm just gonna go ahead and take the Frostlinks and stay open. Here we have a couple of options. So Charge of the Forever Beast. We're Hand Over Fist, welcome. We are on our second draft already, and it's been less than an hour and a half, so great. Charge of the Forever Beast has only worked out well for me once, and every other time it was bad. Primal Empathy is good. You can start drawing 2 cards a turn as early as turn 4. We have another Dreamtail Heron, which goes with our first Dreamtail Heron. Mutual Destruction is reasonable removal, so is Rumbling Rockslide. I did get to Tentative Connection, steal a creature, and then sacrifice it to Mutual Destruction once, and that felt pretty good. I'm just gonna take a second Dreamtail Heron. So options here, we have Clash of Titans, which depending on the deck that you're playing against is a blowout. It could be a solid 2-for-1. Unfortunately, it's also like pretty expensive to not be good, and I kind of don't want it. Lead the Stampede is good in the mutate decks, like the one that is shaping up here, because you're playing a lot of creatures. Gust of Wind. Once in a while, I will find myself wishing for it, just because like pacifisms and stuff exist, and I don't like it. I'm going to take the Farfinder here, though. Farfinder is great because it's a 3-drop, which means that you can Dreamtail Heron onto it. options. We could take Stampede, which would put us into another color. We could take Cloud Piercer, which would also put us into another color, but it's a little more consistent than Lead the Stampede is. We could take the Jubilant Skybonder, which is just a 2/2 flyer, and I'm a little bit skeptical of it, but it does protect our Dreamtail Herons quite well. It is a human, however, and it's kind of expensive. I think I'm just going to take the Cloud Piercer here. I don't normally love Cloud Piercer, but I think if I'm playing a mutate deck with red cards in it, I'm pretty happy to have it. Here, I'm going to take the Thieving Otter. Fight as one is a reasonable trick in the white decks. I'm not huge on the white decks right now. Just, I'm not. I like having a Thieving Otter, especially because you can like Frost Lynx to follow up. We're just going to take that. Wingfold Terran is also a reasonable card in the mutate decks because like it's got hexproof, right? Here, I'm going to take the Migratory Greathorn over Starling Development and Memory Leak, which are both decent cyclers. Main Serval is a 2-mana non-human creature, which is great in the mutate decks. But I'm going to take the Migratory Greathorn because we do have a couple of things that care about mutate. So if we play a heavy mutate deck, that'll be pretty nice. Here I'm going to take the Flycatcher Giraffid, mostly because a bunch of these are humans. I don't really want to play Garrison Cat. Adaptive Shimmer seems not bad, but like definitely not doing enough in this deck. Here, I think, let's see. I could take Tranquil Co. I could take Hampering Snare, which does have cycling. I'm gonna just take the Main Serval, actually. Because like we might not play green, we might not play red, so having something to cycle to put Dreamtail Herons onto is really good. I'm gonna take the Migration Path here. I might not play it. I might cycle it a lot if I do play it, but I think having it is pretty dope. Here, I'm gonna take this Tentative Connection. I don't know. Here, I'm gonna take Honey Mammoth. Honey Mammoth that is actually like pretty cool. Slap a Dreamtail Heron on it. Yeah, hell yeah. Here, I'm going to take the Keep Safe. We have enough creatures that we want to, like, our opponents to not hurt. So here, we have Raguan Triumph, King Caesar / Huntmaster Liger, which I'm not super high on, a Fertilid, a Honey Mammoth. I think I'm just going to take the Triumph here as, like, a land that might be splashing Cloud Piercer, might be just running Cloud Piercer, and something that we can cycle. Fertilid is good in the mutate decks because it's another non-human creature you can you can fertilize onto, you can mutate onto, and it's got good mana fixing. But like, if we get past something that we want to splash, that would be really dope. Well, we didn't really do that. So here are a couple of 2-drops. We have the Essence Symbiote and the Glimmer Bell. I'm actually going to take the Glowstone Recluse here. It looks like green is fairly open in terms of like decks that we could play. So I'd like to do that. I would love to wheel either of these 2 cards. Frost Lynx and Fertilid are also great. I do enjoy a Quartzwood Crasher. Unfortunately, this card is very hard to cast in our current iteration of our deck. Short of like take the Migration Path. Here, so we have a couple of options. There is an Almighty Brushwag, which is a low drop non-human creature. There is Primal Empathy, Honey Mammoth. I'm going to take the Primal Empathy here, and I think we need to just super focus on 2-drops now. Okay, well, no 2-drops here. I'm pretty happy taking another Glowstone Recluse. Essence Scatter is also pretty good. But like having this creature is just like a 3-drop we can play. We have a lot of 3s. There's also Thornwood Falls, but we have Farfinder, so I'm not super worried about mana fixing right now. Here, I'm very easily going to take this Glimmer Bell. Glimmer Bell is exactly what we want in this deck. We want just a number of 2-drops that we can put like the Migratory Greathorns on, stuff that we can put counters from Primal Empathy on, just really easily. So yeah, gonna go ahead and take that. Here, I'm gonna go ahead and just snap off another Glimmer Bell. Escape Protocol, I've never really played. Most of the like, it's kind of interesting in a mutate deck because, like, once you get all of the mutate triggers, you can just, like, cycle a card, exile a creature you control, and then just have all of the creatures. But I'm gonna take this Glimmerbell very easily. I love having this kind of 2-drop in this deck. Like, a 2-drop that is pretty sturdy. It can block most other 2-drops. And then the untap ability also comes in handy under certain conditions. But yeah, pretty happy with that. Keepsake might actually be playable in this deck. I did watch Numot play a Numori deck that was all creatures, and their opponent, I think, had a Keepsake in their hand the entire game, which was a little unfortunate. Right now, I'm not planning on splashing the Cloudpiercer. We could do it pretty easily, given we have the Migratory Greathorn, the Farfinder, and the the Migration Path, the Migratory Greathorn, and the Farfinder. But I don't know. Here, I'm just going to take a Humble Naturalist. It's a 2-drop. It's not a non-human. It is a human. But being able to just, like, cast my 3s is great. So here, we can take another Glimmerbell, which I think might actually happen. There's also a Lava Serpent, which I actually kind of like in this deck. I think I want to take this. I want more big things, especially now that we have a bunch of Glimmerbells already. We have a couple Glimmerbells. Here, I'm going to take another Honey Mammoth. It might not make the cut, but I like some of those guys. Okay, interesting. We have Frostlings here, as well as an Essence Symbiote and a Fertilid. I'm going to take the Essence Symbiote. Like I've been saying, 2-drops are so important in this deck. So we're going to go ahead and take that. Okay, this deck is already looking way better than our last deck. The one thing that we're missing is any amount of removal. Here I'm going to take the Survivor's Bond. I'm not going to play it, but I don't want a third Honey Mammoth. Our removal might end up just being playing more creatures than our opponent and like drawing more cards than them. But I'm going to take a Plummet. I'm not going to play it probably, but you know, Plummet. And let's see. I'm take this Lurking Deadeye. I'm probably also not going to play that. Adventurous Impulse. I don't particularly want to play it. And Corpse Stream. All right. Here we have a couple of good ones. We have Porky Parrot, which I love. What was the deck for that last draft? It was Esper. Junk. It had like a reasonable amount of removal in it, but it didn't really have anything else going for it. Lord Rackus is not good in this deck because we don't have any instants and sorceries. But Porky Parrot is super sweet. There's another Primal Empathy in this pack, as well as a Greater Sandworm and a Ram Through. Ram Through is solid removal, especially in a deck like this where you're cheating out bigger creatures, but I'm pretty happily going to take this Porky Parrot and put it in our deck. That's a card that I would well, so here's the thing about this deck. I don't want to not play my 2-drops. Like, I'm pretty sure I want to play them, but I also don't mind playing a card that when it enters the battlefield, I draw a bunch of cards. Because we have things that are just like huge. So I'm gonna take this Auspicious Starix because that's great in the mutate deck. That's going to take the spot of one of these Honey Mammoths. Here, I have a couple of options. I could take like a Frost Lynx. I could take another Glowstone Recluse, which might not be terrible. There's also Evolving Wilds, which is just never bad. I think I'm just going to cut this deck pretty hard and take another Glowstone Recluse. Here, let's see. There's not a lot going on in this pack that we really desperately want. I guess the Indatha... No, the Indatha Crystal doesn't even splash anything for us. I'm just gonna take this 1-mana cycler and put it in my sideboard. Screw you, cycling decks. Oh my goodness. Polywog Symbiote is my favorite card in the Mutate deck, probably. I love it very much. And I think it actually gets a spot over the Humble Naturalist. Polywog Symbiote is just so good in the mutate decks. It's absurd. Here, I'm gonna put Barrier Breach in the sideboard, I guess. There's also... yeah, we're just gonna sideboard that right now. Alright, well, I'm just gonna take cards that I don't like playing against. Weaponize the monsters being, like, a primary one. Yeah, especially since we have Polywog Symbiote, I don't want to play Keruga as a companion. But, like, look at all of these things that we're going to be casting for less than their mana cost. And except for this Glowstone Recluse. Okay, so we wield another Primal Empathy. I think I'm going to take a Greater Sandworm, though, because we have actually, like, a reasonable amount of sources of card advantage, and I think we'd deck ourselves if we had 2 Primal Empathies in play ever. So I'm just going to take the Greater Sandworm and probably cut the Honey Mammoth here. I'm going to take the Almighty Brushwag. I like this card a lot. It's a late game mana sink, which is very nice. I'm just going to take this Turtle and this Corpsture. Well, I'm going to take this green card. Yeah, this deck is dope. Like, clearly Polywog Symbiote is the best card in the deck, but unfortunately... Okay, so the survey was about Commander, and so, like, the Commander decks that you run, what cards that you have in there, what do you think is strong about the deck, and, like, how competitive you think the deck is and stuff like that. So I might do a video on it, actually. That would be fun. But I'm analyzing the data from that survey for a class. So you'll actually be able to see the results of that survey, because I'm definitely going to analyze them. Here we have 41 cards, and we can cut 1. I think I just cut the Migration Path, actually. Like, I don't really think that we need it. We have a lot going on in this deck, and I love it very much. No cuts? 41 cards, ship it. I disagree. We're gonna take out all these lands also. Goodbye, lands. Ooh, no, come back. I want this Triumph, though. Yeah, here, I can, yeah, keep an eye out, because the one semi-powered deck, what does the semi-powered deck involve? I'm very curious. Here, I think you want an extra blue? I don't know. Please consider including enchantment destruction for pacifism. Not a bad idea. Let's see. In fact, maybe we play 16 lands, like Rebels. Oh, Najeela. I think that the Najeela decks are super sweet. Okay, so what do we got? We have a couple flyers, so, like, maybe the Flycatcher Giraffe might not be super necessary. Oh, we have a bunch of Glowstone Recluses too. Well, I think I want... You right. We don't have any Wilts, I believe, but we do have this Barrier Breach, so we can play that. Yeah, this is pretty dope. Yeah, I'm sure the lands for your 5-color deck are pretty difficult. We're gonna put a Keruga here. Do we want to play Keep Safe? I think so. We have enough, like, garbage that we want them to not be able to kill. Alright, so we're gonna Dunzo this. We're going to go decks. I have so many Polywog Symbiotes right now. Alright, now let's go play. Oh, before we go play, I'm gonna go grab the water. Be right back. Okay, we can eke out enough wins, I think, to be able to run this back tomorrow. I hope. This deck is sweet. I really enjoy it. Alright, y'all ready for this? Yeah, this is stuff. Okay. What we got? I think I keep, especially on the draw, we have 2 plays already, plus like some great things to do later in the game. I'm into it. And like, okay, yeah, and we hit our 3rd land for Crystalline Giant right on time. Perfect. Almighty Brushwag. Okay, we're playing against the cycling deck, which is exciting. Okay. And we're gonna be able to play Keruga on turn, presumably. I'm a fan. Let's see how much. I want like a Brushwag damage counter. that would make this a professional stream. I love this deck already. I'm just a huge fan. My guess is Fire Prophecy. Ooh, nope. Okay, a 2-mana cycler. I'm interested as to whether our opponent is playing white. I mean, they might be playing red, blue, splashing white because they're probably okay. Well, they're playing definitely off-color cyclers because I've never cast a Memory Leak in my cycling deck. All right, they drew a land. Okay, I'm a little bit cautious about running out this Crystalline Giant right now because our opponent could have like a Fire Prophecy. So I think what I'm just going to do is I'm going to cast this Essence Symbiote. We have another turn to play Crystalline Giant, or if we draw a Mutate creature, great. But yeah, I want to hold off on casting Crystalline Giant. Okay, Ferocious Tigerella. That's fine. Okay, Greater Sandworm. Now I'm gonna play Crystalline Giant. I could have attacked with the Almighty. Okay, what is this? It has lifelink. Dope. And they gave this Menace. Alright. Like, I hope this Crystalline Giant survives so that we can draw a card off this Keruga. Because our Crystalline Giant has lifelink, I'm actually pretty happy taking a hit from the Ferocious Tigerella. And also our Essence Symbiote, if it sticks around, is going to gain us a bunch of life. Okay. Snare Tactician. You've got it. Alright, here, I'm definitely just going to draw a card off of the Keruga. And then Lifelink and Menace. Dope. We're going to attack with our Glimmerbell. Next turn we're going to put an Auspicious Starix on this Brushwag, probably. A 7/7 Trampler. We could maybe think about putting it on the Crystalline Giant too. The problem being, I don't want to do that unless the Crystalline Giant has Hexproof. So we're kind of playing it a little scared, I think. But that's okay. I could also see putting it on the Glimmerbell because, excuse me, the Glimmerbell doesn't care about either the checkpoint officer or the snare tactician. This is fine. I'll take 4. No lux. Conversely, though, we're tapping out a lot. So, or based on our hand, we're tapping out a lot. That is actually something I'd want in play. Huh. I think we still Auspicious Starix first. We're gonna put it on the Brushwag. We're gonna diversify our threats. So now we have a 7/7. We're gonna gain some life. We're gonna get a permanent. Alright, we gotta land. That's not unreasonable. Crystalline Giant's gonna get a counter. Lava Serpent. Okay, so Lava Serpent's probably gonna tap the Starix. Ooh, it's gonna tap the Crystalline Giant. Interesting. Seth, thank you so much for following. Lifelink Menace Vigilance. Alright. Yeah, we'll just attack. We're racing. Our opponent's at 2. Alright, deal. Yes, I think so. I think that counts. So we're at 9. Also, Derringer, thank you for counting my Brushwag damage for me. I really appreciate it. One day, this Crystalline Giant will have hexproof, and when it does, our opponent will be in super trouble. Yeah, Brushwag is one of my faves. Let's see. What is... I think our cheapest... Okay, so they're playing a double striker. And they don't have the mana to tap anything. So here what I think I'm going to do... Or they have the mana. I think I'm just going to move to combat, actually. So now it has reach. Alright, great. We're going to attack with this and this because we actually have the... I'll attack with this too. Because we actually have the mana to pump the Brushwag several times. Charging Badger. Yeah, I'm sure that's like that was probably, excuse me, the intention. They can 1-for-1 trade with the Ferocious Tigrilla and the Keruga. I don't really care. So right here, I'm gonna pump the Starix once. They might have Fight as 1, which is okay. We'd still like trample over for a Julian. Yeah, this is fine. Okay. Alright, that was going to do 6 other damage, so that Brushwag was at 15 this game. Alright, we won a game. God bless. We're doing it. Let's do some more. Okay, I think, Derringer, what we're going to do is keep a running total of how much damage this Brushwag has done over the course of the tournament. the draft. Umori. So, okay. I'll keep this. It's got Crystalline Giant and Glowstone Recluse. Yeah, let's have more games like that. Less games like the other one. Okay, opponent has taken a mulligan, which means that they're less likely to be able to deal with this Crystalline Giant. Fingers crossed. We have Glimmerbell if we draw another land. If we draw a blue source, rather. The thing to keep in mind is... Oh no! They know the secret. Right, oh. Okay, our opponent's playing green-white, which has historically been the worst colors that I've drafted. Okay, checkpoint officer is fine. We keep drawing these green sources. I think I just cast Crystalline Giant. Because oh my goodness! I had to double check the size to make sure that they weren't running just like freaking Yorion. Ooh! This is not good. So this deck doesn't have a whole lot of removal in it. Oh, Primal Empathy. It's not a great draw right now, but thank you. Appreciate it. Lifelink. Dope. We can race now. Don't kill it. They can't. So they could play Umori. Patagia Tiger. Alright, now they can deal us another 6 damage. Gross. This might be a matter of... Okay, well... Of racing? What does it have now? Lifelink Death Touch? Alright, well... I'm gonna attack, because I can't really keep it back to block because of the checkpoint officer. So we're gonna gain some life. I'm gonna play their 4/5. Just give it hexproof one time, please. Alright, well. So they're gonna tap this in response, unfortunately. Oh, and they just, like, beat us. Okay, so... Yeah, we just lose this game. Alright! Got it. That was unfortunate. One day we're gonna get a platinum 4. Maybe today isn't that day. Yeah, the reason I conceded is because they're going to tap my blocker, whatever I play. Alright. Well, let's do better than that. We just have to roll better on our Crystalline Giant. That's all. Yeah, not having a 2-drop there was very bad. Or a 1-drop. We need more Brushwag. Sneap. Like, okay, we had a 2-drop, but we were never able to play it. That's what I mean, and you all know that. I'm gonna keep this. This is great. Okay, Barrier Breach. Probably cycling you. Oop, nope. Probably not cycling you. Play Glimmerbell. Just, just better. Alright, and like the nice thing about Crystalline Giant is it gives our opponent something to like try and kill before we play Auspicious Starts. Ooh, it got hexproof? Dope. And we're just attacking. Because why not? Heck yes. I'm so glad. I think I have to start loading up on this hexproof feller. We're probably not attacking into the Night Squad Commando with it, though, because I'm guessing what they have is the dinosaur that gives Death Touch. Like, that's what I would assume. Hunted Nightmare. Put a Death Touch counter on the creature I control. This one. Migratory Greathorn, you say? Okay, we're gonna pile onto this Crystalline Giant. Over. And we'll get a green source. Because the more that we put onto it, the more we get with the Auspicious Starix. So this has Hexproof, Vigilance, Lifelink, and Reach. We'll attack with it. And we'll attack with this too, because we can untap it. Alright, let's go. Pass the turn. We might cycle this Barrier Breach rather than blocking the Hunted Nightmare, though. In fact, that's 100% what we're gonna do. God, Crystalline Giant is so good! We got there, fam. Let's go, let's go, let's go. There's more of that. More of that and less of the second game. That was less good. I like this. I like this style of deck a lot. It also that is why I really like Wingfold Tyron. Okay. We'll keep this. We're on the draw. On the play. Alright, well. Less good. But we have a 3-drop. We have a bunch of good cards. And we have a cycler. We did that thing where we kept it in a hand that didn't have a 2-drop. But the Lava Serpent kind of counts. So, I mean, playing the Glowstone Recluse seems really good, actually. I think what I want to do is... Oh, man. Okay, I'm gonna play out the Glowstone Recluse here. I think. Yeah, we're gonna get aggressive. We can rebuild with Primal Empathy and like Polywog Symbiote. Get a little bit more aggressive. Okay, opponent's playing Reanimator. Good to know. Zagoth Mamba. You got it. Alright, well... Nope, that's not what I was gonna play. This is what I was gonna play. Over. Okay, we drew another blue source too, so we can like Polywog Symbiote, excuse me, and put a Dreamtail Heron on it, which seems kind of dope. Or Polywog Symbiote and Primal Empathy is probably gonna be more likely. Deadweight, you got it. My guess is the dead weight is in order to divine arrow it, so I'm not attacking with it. I'm just gonna play out the primal empathy and pass. If they attack with Zagoth Mob, but we're gonna take it. Okay. Ooh, Crystalline Giant. That's a good card. Deal. I should have played this at the beginning, before combat. That's my bad. But if they kill it, that's fine. We have other fish in the oven. Yeah, so we missed out on a counter. We have other fish in the oven. What the hell am I talking about? So I'm gonna go ahead and draw an awesome card. Great. Okay, we're gonna... We're gonna go ahead and mutate this onto Glimmerbell. Draw a discard, probably discarding whatever. Ooh, just kidding. Gosh, what do I... Okay, well... Yeah. Menace? Alright, well... Alright, we gotta start attacking. This is fine. I feel like they have to have a blood curdle, right? I didn't put the Porky Parrot on the spider because there's no point. Okay, we did it. Just an embarrassment of riches. With mutate decks, I tend to be a little bit more conservative in terms of the things that I'm like doing, like slamming stuff onto it, because I feel like that person had to have a lot of, like, they had to have removal of some kind in their hand. Although they didn't play it, maybe they just had all light drops and they didn't cycle anything. So I don't know what that game was. Ooh, keep. With the disclaimer that this could go very wrong if our opponent plays like a 2-drop into a mutate creature, but like this game is so good other than that. Alright. If we draw another land, I'm tempted to play Thieving Otter on turn 3 instead of Farfinder and put a Dream Delirium on it. Okay. That is a 2-drop. We did draw a land. Bastion of Remembrance, you got it. Okay. Here... I think I do actually play the Thieving Otter. It blocks the 1/1. Like, getting in for damage with it with Dream Delirium seems really good. Deadweight, that's also fine. Okay, Crystalline Giants. I'm a fan. They have 3 cards in hand. Let's see what we can do. Lifelink. That's happened every time. Pacifism, you say? Okay, so here... I'm gonna play out the Migratory Greathorn, I think. Yeah, I want to play a blocker that's big enough to block our opponent's creatures. Zagoth Mamba, you got it. And a Grim Dancer. You got that too. Here. This is rough. I think I actually play out Primal Empathy here. Actually, do I play out Primal Empathy? No, I think I run out the Farfinder, grab another Forest. Why am I in full control? Grab another Forest. We can play 2 spells next turn. What do we have now? First Strike, Trample. Alright, no attacks. It says Menace and Death Touch. No blocks. Gross. Alright, so... I think I put Porky Parrot onto Farfinder over and play Primal Empathy. It's got a +1/+1 counter on it now. No attacks. I think we're dead, though. We're not dead. No, we are dead. We are dead. That's unfortunate. We were maybe a turn too late. Yeah. Okay. Our deck has so many 2-drops. Maybe we actually legitimately do mulligan to 2-drops. That's upsetting. Alright. Let's try it again. Gemma's proud of me, though. Excuse me. Ugh. We didn't even draw our Barrier Breach to punish them for playing stupid pacifism. Anyway. Known cards in your opponent's hand are shown face up, fully visible. Yeah, where's our Brushwag? We started out so well with our Brushwag. Let's see. Oh, 1 year ago today, I signed up for boxing and went once. It was a one-time thing. Mother. I'll keep this because we're on the draw, first of all. Second of all, we do have a 2-drop. And we have a Brushwag. This Brushwag, we're gonna draw Forest. This Brushwag's gonna go the distance. So, this is great. Okay, well, not quite, but one-time deck. Yeah, not, we missed. this mountain has screwed us over so many times. Oh, that's not good for us. This is, however. No! Rude. Okay. Forest. I'm gonna actually cycle this Greater Sandworm now, because if we draw a Forest, we'll just play the Brushwag. Oh, it's like a Forest. We might just play this Porky Parrot. As a 3/4 for 4. I think we hold on to it for now. We can Frostlings down the Prickly Marmoset, and if they don't attack with Dragon Stinger, we get to draw a card off Keruga. Snare Tactician, fine. I'll block. Okay, well, let's draw a card. This card doesn't even produce green! This is so bad, y'all. Another one? Oh no. Okay, we're gonna take a non-zero amount of damage here. Oh, this is so bad. Yeah, okay, Farfinder is actually great. Take action. Get a green source. Play this green source. We're gonna play Essence Symbiote. No attacks. So we can gain some life, hopefully. Just like clutter up the board a little bit more. Oh no, please don't have more cyclers. Pretty please. Stop it! This Farfinder's probably gonna go under the Marmoset bus. Oh god, this is so bad. Okay, we're dead. Okay, I get it. That was embarrassing. Okay, well. Okay, we got 3 wins. Not bad. 3 wins, 3 losses. We did get enough gems to play again. I'm gonna hold on to that for tomorrow because I don't think I can handle losing anymore. Anyway, if you're watching on YouTube, thank you for watching. Feel free to subscribe for more Ikoria draft content every day. Yeah. We come back, and if you're on Twitch, come back tomorrow at 11 a.m. Central Time for more drafts. If you want, stick around. We're going to open some packs. But yeah, thanks for watching, YouTube.